Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be doing a flip through of my October spreads, and that's going to include my yearly, monthly, weekly, and my daily spreads. Kind of talk through everything that I did, all of the different layouts I had, my thoughts on my spreads, and all of that jazz. Let me just as a side note, I cannot believe it's 1 November. It's the 1st of November. I have 2 more months and I finally get to dive into all of my planners that I have bought for 2024. I cannot wait. I've already kind of cracked into my little small passport planner that I'm using for my YouTube content. I've already started diving into that, jotting down notes and things, but I couldn't wait. So I can't wait to actually dive into my Vec, start fresh and not have to flip through the chunk that is my Hobonichi Cousin for 2024 or 2023. So all that being said, let's go ahead and just jump into the yearly spread. So for the yearly, like the year at a glance spread, I use this to track at the very top my sub count, the number of books I read, the pages read. I have the little left hand side of my each of the months is a habit tracker, and then I have the right side of that month is my mood tracker. So looking at this, I had a bunch of new subscribers for the month of October. Thank you so much if you're one of my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. I really look forward to showing all of my future Hobonichi content and other planner related content. So thank you so much for subscribing. I also read a total of 9 books this month, or for the month of October. I read over 3,300 pages, which is great. It's about, average for what I typically read. And then my habits, I did really, really bad the first half of the month of working out. I lost all momentum back in September, and it's made its way into October. So I was really bad the first half of the month, and then the second half of the month I started working out again. I kind of got back on track. I still had a couple of days that I did not work out when I was supposed to, but it's just the way it goes. And then the days that I work out, I typically close my rings, and then I typically drink all of the water that I need to. So it's kind of on track with what my normal habits look like. All right, we're gonna flip to the monthly spread, and this spread I track all of my weather and temperature in my local area, and then at the very bottom I do have what the highs ranged and what the lows ranged. And if you hear me sound kind of nasally, I'm getting over, we had this cold snap or this warm snap the last week of October, and then this current week it's gone super cold. So my body went from super hot 80 to 84 degree temperature down to 56 on Halloween. So my body is not happy with the drastic temperature change. So if you hear stuffiness, it's because of that. Thank you so much, winter weather. But in my local area, my highs ranged from 90 degrees was the highest it got in the month of October, and then it went down to 56 was the highest it got on the low end. So actually on September or October the 1st was the 90 degree day, and then on October 31st, the last day of the month, it was 56. So this was the highest, and this was the highest low, or the lowest high, whatever. And then the lows ranged from 66 down to 29 degrees. So again, that was on the 1st and on the 31st. And now we're going to flip to the weekly spreads. So we are going to start with the week of October 2nd through October the 8th. This was my fall break, so I didn't really obviously work, so I didn't have my work schedule here. Normally on days that I don't work, I try to document my wake up time because I'm curious what time I'm able to wake up. Usually because of kids or dogs, I'm always awake by 9 o'clock is the latest, but at least it's not 6 when I normally am on my normal work days. But this was a brownish neutral theme, which is right up my alley, and I really like the way this looked. It's very simplistic. And then we have the week of the 9th through the 15th. This was me using I don't remember the name of the kit, but this is from a Coffee Monsters Co. kit. I think it was like a Cozy Autumn, I think is what it was called. It was definitely more orange and blue, which I think looked good. I don't see the blue usually for autumn. Like that's usually not a color that I gravitate toward when I think of autumn. I think of like orange and brown and like dark red. It was nice. I did like it. We had Friday the 13th, which was on the middle of October. And then usually all of my spreads at 9 o'clock, between 9 o'clock and like midnight. That's usually when I'm doing all of my reading. So I'll track what books I'm reading, how far along I am in those books, or what my star rating is. And then we have the 16th through the 22nd. I didn't use any sticker kits. I really barely even used some stickers. This was a very minimalistic spread. The only stickers I used were a source sticker, a coffee sticker, and then basically a few of my reading stickers. And that was pretty much it. It's very simple. I use this, obviously, as you can tell, I use this functionally. So I like to see what I do during my day. So like, for example, on the 19th, I worked from 6 until 4:30. I had one meeting that day. I worked out that day, but the rest of the time was all work related, emails. Majority of the time it's all emails, but emails, instant messages to my the people who are on my team and things like that. So you can kind of, I like to see what my day looks like. And then we have the October the 23rd to October the 29th. This was using another sticker kit. This was the Cozy Halloween sticker kit. This is what the color scheme that I really enjoy. I like neutral colors. And for my spreads, because I use them functionally, I usually don't put these big stickers in until after the day is done, because I don't want to accidentally cover or put a sticker here and then have Saturday come along and I actually wanted to write down that I did something at 3 o'clock on Saturday, but now the sticker is in the way. So I put all these stickers on after the day is over, but I do really enjoy the way this looks. This is definitely much busier than this type of spread. I like both, but I think this is kind of the max that I like to see in any of my spreads. Anything more than this, and my brain doesn't want to comprehend, and it makes it too hard for me to really see what happened during that day. And then this is the current week. Today is the 1st. I'm actually recording this on November the 1st. So for this spread, I only have Monday and Tuesday completed. Obviously, Tuesday was a Halloween, so I had my little Halloween stickers here, but I haven't had a chance to fill in the rest. This gives you a good idea of what my spreads kind of look like after the day is over versus what it looks like at the beginning of the day. So the only thing I fill in on my spreads ahead of time are my work hours, and then the already identified appointments, which I don't know if you can see, the color is very, very dark. This Tombow is a very dark color, so, but I do have the appointment name listed. You probably can't see it on the camera. And that is all of my weekly spreads. And now we're going to jump to my daily spreads. So on the back part of the Hobonichi Cousin are all of the daily pages. The first title page, or whatever you want to call it, I usually use as a like a summary page of all of the books that I have read for that month, along with the star rating. And then I have, so far in 2023, I have had a journal entry every single day. Sometimes it's just like this, where on October the 1st, I did a morning entry, but this was a washing the day, or like a wash day. So I had washing the sheets, I did the towels, vacuumed, I dishwasher cleaned. So there was a lot of cleaning that happened, and I was not in my office and really didn't have anything to document outside of me cleaning. So sometimes all you have is one little entry, but it's something. I have something on paper every day. I'm okay having blank space because I know what I did today is the reason why I wasn't able to document anything. I know that's what the cause was, and I'm fine with that. And then with my planner or my daily pages, I use stickers to kind of offset and document what I wrote about. So for instance, this is a lot of words, but I have a little paragraph that, you know, I filmed something that day. So if I want to, you know, if just at a glance, I know this little section is all about recording and something like that. So it kind of helps me focus in on what happened during that day, so I don't have to read the whole thing. So I had on October the 6th, I set up we had previously our PlayStation 4. We don't have a 5 yet, but the PlayStation 4, we had a VR headset with Beat Saber. So we got that set up. It's just been, you know, packed up, boxed away. Nobody's looked at it in years. But I pulled that out, and the girls have been loving playing Beat Saber. So I have a couple pictures. We have in our like game room, we have our overhead light has different colors that you can change it to. So that's why this is a green color and this is purple. It's because we had different colored lights on at different times during the day. Saturday the 7th, we went to Sam's Club, Target, and Second and Charles, and I got a bunch of new books. I got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 new books on October the 7th, so that was a nice little book haul for me. October the 8th, I painted my recording room, which is where I'm at right now. If you watch any of my reading videos, I do have a second YouTube channel. It's called Heidi's Reading. It is where I do all of my reading videos, TBR haul, or my TBR book hauls, reviews, vlogs, that whatever. And I do them now in my recording room that I've got repainted, and I painted it this color, Secret Moss. It's like a greenish gray color, and I absolutely love it. So I had the little swatch of me with the whatever color I painted. This was a holiday, and I had this list of things to do of like cleaning the house, and I said I failed again to finish my to-do list, which I actually did here as well because I ended up painting all day, so I wasn't able to do a lot of my cleaning that I wanted to do, but that's what happens. This was me. This was my like little reading corner, my little reading nook. After I got it all painted, I got it set up with my camera and my seat and my table and all that kind of stuff. So that's what what my little reading nook looks like. I was back to work today after my fall break, which I was not excited about. I was super tired apparently that day. I have been doing book reviews in my planner as well, just because sometimes I read a lot of books and sometimes I just forget characters' names or kind of like the overall gist of what that book was about. I am going to be doing a 2024 reading journal, so hopefully I know all of this stuff is going to go on my reading journal. I just don't have one up to date now, so I've just been doing it in my cousin. So apparently this day I woke up with a pain on my right side under my ribs. I don't know what that was all about. It went away the next day, I think. I was very tired. I had another book review for another book. Ended up spending a lot of time sitting on the couch and napping on that Friday. Tired, allergies. You know, it's that time of year that things are blooming and temperatures are changing and all of that kind of stuff. So this one I was annoyed because I was playing Beat Saber and I finally beat my 13-year-old on a couple of songs. I finally beat her score. And as soon as I told her, she ran downstairs and immediately beat my score. And now I can't beat it again. She did so well. So she wouldn't let me have the high score. It was very annoying. I was tired this day. This was a little funny thing. I go to a book club. It's called Silent Book Club in my local area. And basically it's a book club where you don't read the same book as everybody else. It's essentially we go every other Monday to a coffee shop and we bring our own books. And it's basically you just get together and read together. So we talk for about 15 minutes, then we read for about an hour and a half, and then we talk for another 15 minutes, and then that's it. And it's so good to get out of the house, even though you're really not talking with anybody else. The majority of the time, it's just good to kind of get around other people who enjoy reading as much as you do. And so on this day, we were at our coffee shop, outside. So that way we're kind of away from the noise. It was a nice day. We had like 20 or so people all just kind of hanging out outside together reading our books. And this man comes and I guess was completely didn't realize what he was doing, but he sat right next to us, got on a Zoom call and was talking so loud. And we had even kind of started talking amongst ourselves, talking about how it's book club, it's supposed to be silent book club. And he even heard us talking, and he told the person that he was talking to on Zoom, he was like, oh, well, I must be sitting next to a book club, and they're a silent book club, they're not even talking. And he then continued on very loudly with his conversation for another 10 minutes. And it was so funny that he was so unaware of how loud he was. And there were some things that we heard that he probably didn't want us listening to, or I wouldn't want people listening to, but he was free with his knowledge. But it was annoying, but kind of funny at the same time. But it got to the point where he was so loud you couldn't read. I think I ended up reading the same sentence probably about 10 times, and I had no idea what I had just read. It was so distracting. But that was that day. This day I was in the office and I was getting very annoyed with people in general. I think this was just something, how sometimes there's those bad days where things annoy you and things are just going bad and it's very frustrating. Well, that was that day. I remember that day. We had another frustrating computer situation. I ran out of computer frustrated, so now I'm on the printer. It's not printer related, but I get the gist. It's computer related issues. So there's that. We had on October the 20th, my youngest daughter had a boo bash at her elementary school, which was essentially I paid an armband for her to go on 2-3 bouncy slides, and then we stood in line the rest of the time and had like a dance party at the track. But she had fun. That's all that really matters. I didn't see the point of having this boo bash and having us go to it when we basically just stood in line and then just listened to music outside. But, she's in first grade, so she loved it. She thought it was fun. And then we had on the 21st, we had a birthday party that we went to. It was at a playground, so we had my daughter who enjoyed that. I also had another review down here for a book I just finished. Didn't really have a whole lot going on the 22nd or 23rd. The 24th, I had pre-ordered the last book in a trilogy. It got delivered and I was very excited. I have not had a chance to read it. I had it pre-ordered so I could read it immediately, and I've not yet read it. I love how that happens. The 25th, I did another Coffee Monster co-order for some more stickers. I think this order I have more focused on winter stickers and reading stickers. I think that's what this order is. We had another book review for a book I had just finished. I was feeling sore from working out. I was tired, primarily probably because I was working out. Once you start working out, your body just gets really exhausted fast in my experience. So I've been tired. We also have a puppy, and he has been chewing through his beds. We have gone through, we got Boomer in September. He is a 4-month-old, 5-month-old. Not sure. We got him from a rescue, and he has gone through, I think, 5 beds now, and he's not even left alone very often. It's mostly just for like an hour here or there. He doesn't do it when it's nighttime, when he's in his crate. It's always during the day when he's left by himself. He has destroyed like 5 or so beds, so love that. We had another birthday party that we went to on the 28th. This was for my neighbor. He just turned 50. And so they had black cupcakes. And so this was Zoe, who just had, I think this was a cookie, but they had black cupcakes as well. But she was very happy that she had black teeth and black tongue and black mouth. But, she's 6 years old. The little joys that she finds and things are so funny to me. On the 29th, I had another book haul. Went to Second & Charles and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. And then this was my 6-year-old with Boomer. And then we have yesterday, which was Halloween. So we had my youngest went as a fairy princess. It was super cold, so she couldn't wear her wings. She had to wear her jacket, but she still had fun. Then we have my 13-year-old and her friend who went trick-or-treating as boys. So they put they use their mascara and made themselves little mustaches and put their hair up in a baseball cap and kind of had it sticking out a little bit so it looked like they had short hair. And so that's what they did. They went running around the neighborhood having a good time. I sat on the front porch with my little fire pit and gave out candy. It was very cold that night, and I definitely would not have been able to sit outside for as long as I did without this fire because it was freezing. And that is the end of October. I don't really have anything else back here. This 100 books, or the top 100, I've been using for books, and I think I've already annotated the books that I read on my October thing. I think I was missing one. I needed to put this one down in the back, but that's okay. I can do that later. But that is my October flip through. So like I said, I'm super excited to get into 2024, but I will be doing over the next 2 months all of my wrapping up the current Hobonichi. I do have coming up soon I think the next video after this, I'm going to be finally doing my stamp ink and fountain pen ink swatches. This will be my swatch video number 2. I just haven't had a chance to record this. I have that coming next week, and then, or the following week. And then I have also the week of Black Friday, I'll be putting out a list of, or my video of all of my Amazon favorites for planning purposes. So my pens that I like, my markers that I like, the covers, the inks, stickers, stamps, tabs, all of the things that I love. I'm going to put in that video, so you'll have that for Black Friday. And then I also have the rest, some more plans with me planned. I have flip throughs planned and a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of other content coming for the rest of the year. And then starting fresh in 2024, we'll be diving into all of my new planners. So that is going to be it for this video. While you're here, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see everybody in my next video. Bye.